Hi, I'm Jasper. I'm 24 years old, and up until 3 months ago, I thought I had the perfect family. My cousin Marcus and I grew up practically as brothers. Our moms are twins, and we lived 2 houses apart our entire lives. We did everything together: Little League, summer camps, even ended up at the same state university. When I decided to apply for grad school in engineering, Marcus was the first person I told. "Dude, that's awesome," Marcus said, slapping me on the back during Sunday dinner at Grandma Rose's house. "Columbia and MIT? You're shooting for the stars." "I know it's a long shot," I admitted, cutting into Grandma's famous pot roast. But Professor Chen said he'd write me a killer recommendation letter. Same with Dr. Williams from my internship. "You've got this, Jasper," Grandma Rose said, patting my hand with her wrinkled fingers. "You've always been my ambitious one. Marcus, you should follow your cousin's example." Marcus's smile tightened slightly. "Actually, Grandma, I'm applying to some top programs too. Business schools, Wharton, Stanford. Both my boys, so successful," she beamed. After dinner, Marcus pulled me aside in Grandma's garden. "Hey, so I know this is a weird ask, but would you mind if I helped coordinate your recommendation letters? I've been doing volunteer work at the university's admissions office, and I know all the tricks to make them stand out." "Really? That'd be amazing, man." "Yeah, just give me your professor's contact info. I'll reach out, make sure they hit all the right notes, follow up on deadlines. Consider it my gift to my favorite cousin," I laughed. "I'm your only cousin." "Exactly. Makes you the favorite by default," he grinned, and I felt grateful to have family like this. The next 2 months flew by. Marcus kept me updated constantly. "Professor Chen submitted his letter. Dr. Williams is working on yours. Everything's on track." I focused on my applications, my statements of purpose, my GRE scores. Marcus seemed equally busy with his own applications. Then, 3 weeks ago, everything changed. I was having coffee with Sarah, my younger sister, at our favorite cafe downtown. She was home from college for spring break. "So, when do you hear back from Columbia?" Sarah asked, stirring sugar into her latte. "Another month, probably. I'm trying not to obsess over it." Her phone buzzed. She glanced at it and her expression shifted. "Jasper, this is weird." "What?" "You know my friend Rebecca? She's dating someone in the admissions office at Columbia." "Okay?" "She just texted me. She said—" Sarah's face went pale. "She said your recommendation letters were really strange, like they praised you but also included stuff about you being inconsistent and having questionable work ethic." My coffee cup froze halfway to my lips. "What?" "She said it stuck out because the letters seemed professionally written but had these subtle red flags buried in them, like someone was trying to sabotage you while making it look legitimate." "That's impossible. Professor Chen loves my work. Dr. Williams gave me top evaluations." "When was the last time you actually talked to them about the letters?" I thought back. Marcus was handling it. He said he'd coordinate everything." Sarah's eyes widened. "Jasper, tell me you didn't let Marcus have direct access to your recommendation letters." "He said he was helping. He works in admissions. He knows." "He doesn't work in admissions, you idiot. He volunteers filing papers once a week." My stomach dropped. No, he wouldn't." "Call Professor Chen, right now." I called Professor Chen from the parking lot, my hands shaking. "Jasper, good to hear from you," Professor Chen answered warmly. "How are the applications going?" "Professor, I need to ask you something. The recommendation letter you wrote for me, what exactly did you say?" "Well, let's see. I praised your research capabilities, your innovative thinking, your dedication. I said you were one of the top students I've taught in 20 years. Why?" "Did anyone contact you about editing it, making changes?" "Oh, yes. Your cousin Marcus called me, said he was helping you polish the applications and asked if I could send him the letter to format correctly for submission." I thought it was odd, but he was so professional about it. Said he wanted to make sure it met specific requirements. The world tilted. "And you sent it to him?" "Well, yes. He said you'd authorized it. Was that wrong?" I hung up and immediately called Dr. Williams. "Jasper, hello." Dr. Williams sounded surprised. "I was actually going to call you. Your cousin Marcus reached out last week asking me to confirm some details in my letter. He mentioned that you wanted to make sure everything was accurate and balanced. I found that phrasing strange." "What did you tell him?" "I told him my letter was entirely positive and I wouldn't be changing anything. He seemed disappointed." "Did you send him a copy?" "He asked, but no. Something felt off about the request. I submitted my letter directly to the schools." Relief flooded through me, then rage. Thank you, Dr. Williams. Thank you so much. I drove straight to my parents' house. Sarah had called ahead, so Mom and Dad were waiting. Tell me everything, Dad said, his jaw tight. I explained the whole situation. Dad's face grew redder with each detail. That little snake, Mom whispered. And Rose thinks so highly of him. We need to tell Grandma, I said. Not yet, Dad said. First, we get proof. Can you get copies of what Marcus actually submitted? Sarah was already on her phone. Rebecca says she can get us copies. They keep records. 2 days later, Sarah's friend delivered printed copies of the letters. Professor Chen's original glowing recommendation had been surgically altered. Phrases like exceptional dedication became dedication, though sometimes inconsistent. Brilliant problem solver became adequate problem solver with occasional flashes of insight. The changes were subtle enough to seem like a professor's honest assessment, but damning enough to sink my applications. I drove to my Uncle Pete's house, Marcus's dad, with the evidence. Uncle Pete opened the door, smile fading when he saw my expression. Jasper, what's wrong? Is Marcus here? He's out. What's this about? I showed him the letters. Your son sabotaged my grad school applications. Uncle Pete's face went white as he read. No, Marcus wouldn't. Professor Chen confirmed it. Marcus contacted him pretending to help me, got the letter and rewrote it. He tried the same thing with Dr. Williams, but she refused. There has to be an explanation. The explanation is that Marcus didn't want competition. We applied to some of the same schools. He wanted to eliminate me. My son isn't capable of this. The evidence says otherwise. Uncle Pete's shock turned defensive. Even if this happened, and I'm not saying it did, you're talking about ruining Marcus's future over some college applications. Can't you two work this out like family? Work it out? Pete, he committed fraud. Don't be dramatic, it's just schools. There are other programs. I stepped back, disgusted. You're defending this. I'm trying to keep this family together. Think about your grandmother, Jasper. This would break her heart. Can't you just let it go? No, I can't. I left before I said something I'd regret. That night, Sarah came to my apartment. Okay, so I did some digging, she said, pulling out her laptop. Marcus has been bragging on his private Instagram about getting into Wharton early admission. He's been posting stuff like eliminated the competition with winking emojis. Send me screenshots. All of them. Already did, but Jasper, I found something else. You know Grandma's been updating her will, right? Yeah? Mom mentioned that Grandma was planning to leave her house to both you and Marcus equally. That house is worth like $800,000 now, but the will isn't finalized yet. She's meeting with her lawyer next month. I looked at Sarah. A plan was forming. You're thinking what I'm thinking? That Grandma deserves to know who her grandson really is? Absolutely. I arranged a family dinner at Grandma Rose's house. I told her I had important news to share. Everyone came. My parents, Uncle Pete, Marcus, even Sarah. Marcus walked in confident, smiling. Hey, cuz, what's this about? Grandma said you wanted to make an announcement. Sit down, Marcus, I said. Something in my tone made his smile falter. Everyone settled around Grandma's dining room table. Grandma, I began, 3 months ago, I trusted Marcus to help with my grad school applications. I thought he was being a supportive cousin. Marcus's face went pale. Jasper, wait. He contacted my professors, got copies of my recommendation letters, and rewrote them to sabotage my chances. That's a lie, Marcus jumped up. Grandma, he's lying. Sit down, Grandma Rose said sharply. Let him finish. I laid out the printed letters, Professor Chen's original versus Marcus's altered version. I showed the email chain. I pulled up Marcus's Instagram posts on my phone. Uncle Pete tried to interrupt. Rose, this is a misunderstanding. Pete, be quiet, Grandma said, studying the documents with sharp eyes. Marcus's confidence crumbled. Okay, fine, I made some edits. But Jasper, you have to understand. Understand what? That you're a liar and a cheat? You've always been everyone's favorite. Perfect Jasper with his perfect grades. I was just evening the playing field. By committing fraud? It wasn't fraud, I was just adjusting things. You would have gotten in anyway. You didn't need... That wasn't your decision to make. My voice rose. You stole my opportunities. Columbia rejected me because of your adjustments. You got rejected? Marcus's eyes widened. I didn't think... No, you didn't think. You only cared about yourself. Grandma Rose's voice cut through the room like ice. Marcus, is everything Jasper said true? Marcus's eyes darted around the room. Grandma, I can explain. It was stupid, I know that now, but yes or no? Did you alter Jasper's letters? Yes. The room went silent. Uncle Pete looked like he might be sick. But I'm sorry, Marcus continued desperately. Jasper, I'm so sorry. I'll fix it. I'll call the schools. I'll explain. Explain what? That you're a manipulative fraud? I made a mistake. Please, I'll do anything. I'll write a confession. I don't want your confession. I don't want your apology. I want nothing from you. We're family. You have to forgive me. No, I don't, Marcus turned to Grandma Rose. Grandma, please, tell him. Tell him family forgives family. Grandma Rose's face was stone. I raised you better than this, Marcus. It was one mistake. I was jealous, but I learned my lesson. Doesn't that count for something? You sabotaged your cousin's future for your own gain, Grandma said quietly. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. A calculated, cruel choice. Marcus's desperation turned to anger. Fine. You all want to gang up on me? You know what, Jasper? You're a self-righteous jerk who always acts superior. He lunged forward, shoving the table into me. Papers scattered. My mom screamed. Dad grabbed Marcus. That's enough. Marcus shoved Dad backward. Let go of me. This is bullshit. I'm sick of everyone acting like Jasper's God's gift to the family. Uncle Pete finally stepped in. Marcus, stop. You're making this worse. Worse. How could it be worse? They've already turned you all against me. He grabbed his coat and stormed toward the door, turning back with venom in his eyes. You'll regret this, Jasper. All of you will regret choosing him over me. The door slammed. The next morning, I filed a police report about Marcus's assault. With multiple witnesses, including my parents and grandmother, the case was straightforward. Marcus was charged with simple assault. I also contacted Columbia and MIT, explained the situation, provided evidence. Both schools agreed to review my applications with the original unaltered letters. MIT offered me admission within 2 weeks. 2 days after the confrontation, Grandma Rose called me to her house. Her lawyer, Mr. Patterson, was there. Jasper, sit down, Grandma said. I've made some decisions. Mr. Patterson adjusted his glasses. Your grandmother is updating her will. Previously, she intended to leave her house equally to you and Marcus. Given recent events, she's making changes. The house is yours, Jasper, Grandma said simply. All of it. Marcus will receive a small cash bequest, nothing more. Grandma, you don't have to. Yes, I do. Character matters. Integrity matters. Marcus showed me who he really is, and I won't reward that. A week later, Uncle Pete called. Rose is being unreasonable. Marcus made a mistake, but cutting him from the inheritance, that's extreme. She made her choice, Pete. You could talk to her. Tell her you forgive him. I don't forgive him, and I won't lie about it. You're tearing this family apart. Marcus did that when he sabotaged me. Don't put this on me. The assault case went to court. Marcus pled guilty, received probation, community service, and mandatory anger management counseling. 3 weeks ago, Marcus showed up at my apartment. Jasper, please, I need to talk to you, he said through my door. I opened it but didn't invite him in. I heard about MIT. Congratulations, Marcus said, his voice hollow. I heard about Grandma's will too. What do you want, Marcus? I need you to understand I'm sorry. Really, truly sorry. What I did was unforgivable, but I'm asking you to forgive me anyway. No, please. I've lost everything. Wharton rescinded my admission when they found out about the assault charge. Dad barely talks to me. Grandma won't see me. I have nobody. You did this to yourself. I know, but we're family. Doesn't that mean anything? It meant something before you betrayed me. Now, you're just someone who shares my DNA, that's all. So that's it? I'm just cut out of your life forever? Yes, Marcus's eyes filled with tears. I don't know how to fix this. You can't fix it, Marcus. Some things, once broken, stay broken. I hate you for this. I know. Goodbye, Marcus. I closed the door. I heard him crying on the other side for a minute before his footsteps finally retreated. Yesterday, Sarah came over to help me pack. I'm moving to Cambridge next month to start at MIT. You okay? She asked, taping up a box of books. Yeah, I said, I really am. No regrets about Marcus, about being harsh? None. He made his choices. I made mine. He wanted to destroy my future for his own gain. I just made sure his actions had consequences. Think he'll ever change? Maybe, but that's his problem, not mine. Grandma Rose called that evening. Jasper, honey, I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself, for not letting anyone convince you to accept less than you deserve. Thanks, Grandma. I learned it from you. You're going to do amazing things at MIT. You've always been special. I love you, Grandma. I love you too, sweetheart. And that house, it'll be waiting for you whenever you need it. I start at MIT in the fall. My applications are solid, my future is bright, and I learned a valuable lesson. Family is supposed to support you, not sabotage you. When they do betray you, you don't owe them forgiveness. You owe yourself justice. Marcus wanted to eliminate the competition. Instead, he eliminated himself from everything that mattered. Have you ever had a family member betray you? How did you handle it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more true stories about revenge, justice, and standing up for yourself.